Alright, what's up guys? It's Troy D. Welcome back to the channel, Troy D 24/7 Mall, on point reviews all day, every day. And today I'm basically fulfilling a promise, despite my full schedule today, plus a lot of things I've been kind of going through. I promised a guy that I was going to do a review on this, and this is none other than Nishane Hacivat. Nishane Hacivat from Istanbul, Turkey. So we're going to review this. We're going to talk about this. There are some things that people already know about this. And there's something that maybe, you want to hear my input. So I'm going to drop them today real quick. And before that, we're going to go hit the music. Alright, welcome back guys, welcome back to the channel. And again, if you guys are just passing by here and you haven't seen the rest of the videos, I've tried to organize it for you guys so that you can like scroll through the different playlists and previous videos. I don't know, I get asked a lot about the same sense, and I always say, guys, it's on the playlists, okay? So make sure you check the playlist. And again, please subscribe. I appreciate it guys when you do. And again, I want to thank everybody that's behind the scenes talking to me, working with me. A lot of the things you have said that have been pushing me to make this channel, I mean, I'll never forget. So thank you to all of you guys. Okay. So today we're going to talk about this one. Okay. This should have been on that spring summer list. It's just that it would have been so kind of like expected, so predictable, so I didn't want to include it on the list. But definitely I would say Nishane Hacivat, one of the spring summer bangers that I believe really should be on your collection. But we're gonna talk about it for a minute, okay? So first and foremost, like, does it have that Aventasy type scent? I mean, absolutely. Okay, it is part pineapple, part grapefruit, part oak moss in the beginning, if you're really kind of like a trained nose, like, or you really know how to smell things, like, you'll smell a lot of oak moss actually and patchouli. And recently I've been on that oak moss train. I got the Mousse de Chien, and then I had that moss cologne that I reviewed from Bortnikov. So I've been on that oak moss train lately, and smelling Nishane Hacivat, like, I really got a lot of that oak moss, and I was like, oh, that's really part of their whole deal. But I think just to the normal nose that really doesn't care about these things, doesn't really care about notes, you're just gonna get that Aventasy type scent, in my opinion, which is brighter and much brighter, much more pineapple-y than I would say CDNIM. If we're just comparing other things that smell like Aventus. My CDNIM video limited edition is there. You can check it out as well. And I did compare that to Aventus. More apple, I would say, than this one here is just more oak moss and pineapple, and patchouli. But again, very Aventasy. Now, in terms of the performance, I wanted to say this, okay? So officially, I wore this one with my standard 3 sprays at 3 p.m. Yeah, 3 p.m. that afternoon. And again, went outside, caught the wind, and amazing sillage, really amazing. In contrast to the Bortnikov Moss Cologne, which I just talked about. And that's because it has natural ingredients. So the cons with natural ingredients is that it also fades away very quickly, much like a fresh flower. When you pick it, it will eventually die, and you really won't smell that freshness. So because this one obviously has a lot of ambroxans and synthetics on this, definitely this one has a monster sillage, very strong. And again, 3 p.m. I wore it 3 p.m. How long did that projection last? How long did that blast, that whiff, really last? I would say accurately for me, because I specifically timed it, I would say about 5 hours to 6 hours. Okay, 5 hours to 6 hours. But that doesn't mean that the scent died. Okay, so the crazy thing about the Hacivat is that it went on, and I could still smell it at literally 1 a.m. So from 3 p.m. to 1 a.m., this one was still around, and that was only my standard 3 sprays That's not including spraying the back of my neck. That's not including spraying your shirt, which I know a lot of you guys do. I used to do it a lot, but as a reviewer, I only limit myself to those 3 sprays and 1 on the wrist. Okay, but imagine if you put more. If you sprayed your shirt, I mean, you can expect like monstrous longevity out of this one right here. Okay, so like I said, about 5 to 6 hours of that sillage, and then dries down into a sort of like a skin scent, but still there until 1 a.m. Ridiculous. Okay, now pros definitely, I mean, is it's not only that does it have like an Aventus style scent, but also longevity. Sillage is all there. So if you're hating Aventus because of the sillage, you don't want to spray any more of it, then this might be right up your alley. For those people that also need something that will smell consistent throughout the whole day, this is also great for you. Now, what is up with people not liking it? Okay, so just through analyzing it and wearing it for a while, I feel like the people that don't like it because of the ambroxans. Okay, so the ambroxans, like, is very you can really smell it on Office for Men by Jeremy. Like, if you watch previous videos of mine, I've said it before, like, I'll spray it in the afternoon and then I'm about to go to bed and I can still smell it. But what I'm really smelling is the ambroxans. And over here, like, you really smell the ambroxans. If you don't like that ambroxan scent at all, and you hate that it's like stays long, and you want it to be gone, actually, you want it to fade away, then that is a reason why this would not be for you. Okay, and this is the reason why Nishane Hacivat is like traded a lot. It's traded a lot. It's being sold 50 ml, 100 ml partials. It's being sold a lot, but it's also being bought a lot because a lot of people have use for it. But I'm just guessing that people that are selling is because they don't like ambroxans lasting them through the night all the way up to 1 a.m. I totally get it. But this one is a little bit different from the Jeremy one, because the Jeremy one was like just straight ambroxans, but this one is like ambroxans with still that pineapple, that grapefruit, the oak moss, all those other scents. So it's not really, I wouldn't say it's that like annoying, you know what I mean, to where like I would not want it. Okay, and this, I mean, another question I get is that, should I buy a 50 ml or 100 ml of this? That's another question I get too. Buy a 50 ml if you have other things in your collection and you are using this for variation. Okay, if you are using this for variation, let's say this is your, quote unquote long-lasting Aventus scent with the monster sillage, then definitely I would say 50 ml. Because I mean, you could also use Aventus by itself, or you could use any of the other clones, and you wouldn't need like 100 ml of this one, right? But if you really want this scent, you really want the pineapple, grapefruit, oak moss scent to be your scent that you're gonna wear a lot, day to day, by all means grab 100 milliliters of this, because this will last you. I mean, how many sprays are in 100 ml? You know what I mean? How many sprays are in 100 ml, guys? And you don't even need more than 3 on this one, because at least that's the one I used, and that was more than enough for me. I thought that maybe if I used a couple on my chest, if I added more, it would be like if I was going to a club, right? And there was like smoke and other things that might like stop the smell. But really, for the 3 or 4 sprays that you use on this, guys, I mean, imagine if you had 100 ml. This is gonna last you a long day, for a long time rather. And also, I would get this one if you don't have other Aventus-y type stuff. If you don't own Aventus, you don't own CDNIM or any of the any of the clones and stuff like that, and you want kind of like a standalone long-lasting version, then definitely Nishane Hacivat really comes into play. All right, so hope that explains it. Now I want to talk about really quickly, because there are some questions about splits on my Instagram and how that really works. So just FYI, guys, splitting is not decanting. Okay, so decanting is, to me rather, is I already have the bottle, I collect them, and I will sell a portion of it for you. You know, that to me is like a decant sale. Okay, when people talk about that, that's called a decant sale. It means I already have something and I'm going to sell you a decant of it. Okay, so that's my collection that I'm selling to you. So do I have that available? Yeah, but you know, usually I don't really post that like publicly. Okay, usually somebody will hit me up and say, man, you know, I really enjoy your stuff, I enjoy this scent, you know, can I get a decant of this? And then I'll be like, oh well, here's the price list, so I don't have to like really think about a price. Now splitting, guys, is a little bit different. So let's say there's a perfume called Squid, the Squid right here, which, you know, it's like we're all excited about, right? But it's like we don't all want to take a risk on it. Like I wouldn't want to fully take a risk and like just drop like, you know, 220 to 230 on it. So what we do is we do a split, right? So what that means is that I'll advertise it online and I say, who wants to join me? Who wants to crowdfund for this bottle? We'll buy it. Once I get it, I'll decant it. Once I decant it, I'll send it to you guys. That's how a split works, okay? So if you go on my Instagram, what happens is that there's a list there, and I'll say this is the only thing that's available. You can jump in. You don't even have to pay me right now, but if you jump in, you have to pay when it happens. And so when it happens, it sells out. Boom, we order this bottle. Okay, it comes here. But really, when it comes to a split, we're all taking the risk. Me and whoever it is that joined the split are taking the risk. But it's a minimal risk because we are only spending very minimal because we all split the bottle. Does that make sense, guys? So it's a little bit different. I just wanted to talk about splits and decanting. To those that are kind of confused, if it's something I already have, that's really called decanting. And if it's splitting, it means that we're kind of crowdfunding on a bottle. And we all, whoever joins in this list, and you'll see it on my Instagram, it just means that we are all sharing that risk. Okay? That's what it is, okay? And if you have any questions, feel free to DM me on Instagram. But, you know, this is a split, for example. We got this squid from Lucky Scent. It arrived today, and as you know, it's already like this because I already took out the portion that I had available that the other guys joined in for zoologist squid. And we're going to talk about this very, very soon, okay? But yeah, Hacivat, guys, I mean, can't go wrong. I don't even know why you're even watching this. You probably already heard that it's amazing, you know? But yeah, I mean, there are some things too that's not so good about it, and you know, you got to listen to if you're that type of person, then you might not like it when you buy it, or you might want to sell it as soon as you get it, okay? And price wise, I mean, Hachivat's not really that expensive, especially gray market. I mean, I've never seen this sold at a very ridiculous price. I really think it's also for Aventus lovers or Aventus seeking guys. There's nothing wrong with that. Definitely pick this up if you haven't. I'll definitely add this to my spring summer hit list, okay? So that's it, guys. Again, more videos coming, probably a haul video tomorrow, guys. Check out the Instagram, like I said, for the master list for the splits, now that you guys understand about it. And make sure you subscribe, guys. Watch our videos, and I shall see you very soon, probably tomorrow. Take care.